As an artist, I think when inspiration turns up, you have to listen. I grew up in a very remote part of Northern Australia, trying to always reflect on how people in those wild places connect with their environment. I find fundamentally important to humanity and where we're going forward, particularly in a digital age. I want people to reconnect with the dirt under their feet. The thing I love about these is the sound. Little bones.
Wait, these are bones?
Yeah, they're bones. Performance art didn't come to me as a plan. I was out one day photographing skeletons, actually, for my first drop on object. And when I was standing there, there was this skeleton of a horse. This one. This is a huge horse skeleton, sort of nearly 3 meters long. And as I was standing there, I had this overwhelming urge to get in the skeleton. It was like, I'm going to take all my clothes off and I'm going to crawl into this horse skeleton. And that was my first performance work. It was a looping video. I put it on Tezos. It was purchased for the Tezos Foundation, and it really cemented the moment moving between the still image and video and the power that storytelling has. So I'm here in Paris. We are here with Achetez de l'art. The pieces in this show often talk about what it is to be a Westerner on stolen Aboriginal land and to reflect on how Westerners engage in the environment and how connected or disconnected we are. I've also brought a small amount of ceramic work, which is made out of clay from where I live, literally just the dirt dug out of the ground and molded and baked in fire. I'm planning to actually perform live in the space opening night, which is going to be very interesting. That's the first time I've done that in a gallery setting. So for this particular show, I focused on dirt and fire and ashes and bones and what the landscape looks like when there's no rain, the dust in the air and the ash on the ground, and what that kind of experience means. With my minting on objects, I have been, from the very beginning, I've been very intentional. When you're scrolling through that infinite scroll, I want you to be able to see the seasons change as you go. And so that's always been very important to me. When I found Tezos and object in particular, nobody ever censored my work. And so because I had this freedom to create in this very piratey, underground, anti-establishment way that is Tezos, it always felt like the people that were in the grit with me were with me all the way. And that gave me such strength to just create whatever I wanted without being concerned about how I was going to be perceived by my audience. It was like, we know Violet, we understand her story, we're on the journey, we get it. I found that the entry point for Tez was just not a barrier for entry. Borders and boundaries just didn't matter. There is a wonderful Indonesian community on Tezos. There is a wonderful African community on Tezos, Asia, Australia, South America, that I could sit in one of the most remote places in the world, make art, and then someone in Paris could buy it the same day. You own this ephemeral moment that I created, and that connects us forever. And that's the power of blockchain for me. And I think that that's magic.